Okay, so you've probably heard the phrase financial freedom, but what does it actually mean? So it's not just about being rich or retiring at 30. I'm just a regular guy. I got lucky enough to learn a few things that completely changed the way I think about money. So in this video, I want to break all this down in the simplest way possible and show you how you can start moving towards financial freedom, no matter where you're starting from. So when you think of financial freedom, you're probably thinking of, being rich and owning a yacht and luxury homes, retiring early, passive income, all these things. But the problem with that is it feels unreachable to most people. That kind of wealth is rare though. Financial freedom is something way more people can actually achieve. So having control over your time because money is no longer a constant stress. So it's about paying your bills without panic, choosing a job you like instead of one you're stuck in or one you hate, taking a break when life hits you hard because let's be honest, that probably happens to quite a few of you quite a few times. So freedom isn't about having everything. It's about not having to worry about everything. And I think that's a huge statement right there. So money stress, it ruins relationships and your health and your decision making. Um, Financial freedom is peace of mind. When you're worried about money all the time, at least for me, it completely destroys my day. It just completely takes me out of everything. I can't focus, right? So when you have room to breathe, you have room to dream. And I've never, throughout all, my adult life, I've been broke for most of it. So I've never even envisioned what freedom would even be for me or what goals I would have, right? So, how would we achieve this? So, the best way would be to start small because, on this channel, I'm a regular guy. We don't have any degrees here, right? And I'm just an average Joe. So, the smallest steps that we can break this down into are probably going to be the most achievable, right? So, as much as everybody hates it and probably will not ever do it, is you need to track your spending. Like, if I asked you how much money you spent last month, could you tell me? The odds are the vast majority of you couldn't. And that's, even when you hear of budgeting, you don't think of tracking every little thing. You think of just your bills. Let's track our bills and get those paid. But it would blow your mind how much money that goes out every month just in small things like maybe your coffee, if you drink pop, no matter what it is. You should track your money and track every little thing. As boring as it is, and as much as you're going to probably hate doing it, that's the best way to start. It's really hard to save money when you don't even know what you're spending money on. So that's the first step. We want to track our spending and understand where our money goes. So after you figure out where all your money's going, then you can start figuring out how much extra money you have every month to put away. So even if it's $20 a month, I mean, it could be anything. Just start. Just start. It's kind of like this whole YouTube thing. A lot of people want to start a YouTube channel, but they just don't ever hit record. Saving's the same way. Just like a lot of things in life. You procrastinate it because you feel like you need to perfect every little thing, and just start small and you'll get there. So even if it's $20 a month, start. That's all our goal is, just to start. Now, the best way to save every month is to know that it doesn't take a lot of money. It just doesn't. And the earlier you start, the better it'll be. Because it would blow your mind how powerful compounding interest can be. And the more time you have your money working for you, the more of an impact it's going to have. You don't have to make $200,000 a year. You just need good habits and time. Time is the biggest thing. So, financial freedom is a feeling, in my opinion. It's peace and it's possible. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a millionaire, and I'm just trying to figure this out too. And I just want to share what's worked for me and what I've learned so far. So, a second thing I want to shed light on is financial freedom can also mean something completely different. Now, everything I just said goes. Financial freedom, you have to have some money, control of your finances, no stress. That's one aspect of it. But another aspect is you want to be financially free from any government agency, any private bank, anything that can control your money. You know, especially in the last 5 years, last decade, we've seen how governments can shut down your bank account, or how banks can go under and you lose all of your money. Or a bank can just decide that you can't have your money, So being financially free isn't just about having the money and having control of your life, but control of your money. So, what do I mean by that? You're going to have money in the bank. You might have a little bit of cash on you. You're going to have money in investments. But you're also going to want to have something physical. Like gold is a great example. Having gold is a way to preserve your wealth, but have control of it too. Now, I'm not talking about buying a gold ETF, or I'm talking about physical gold, something that you control. Another great way to be financially free, in my opinion, is owning crypto. I'm sure as soon as I said that, your brain shut off. I don't want to hear it. Crypto, scam, right? Well, a lot of it is, but a lot of it is also extremely powerful, innovative technology that is changing the world. So, having your money in, say, like Bitcoin, that's a great investment. Well, we won't call it investment, we'll call it a speculative asset, right? But owning Bitcoin means you control it. As long as you have it in your own wallet, right? So as long as you have some Bitcoin, you have some money that nobody can touch, right? Nobody can break into your crypto wallet and shut you down, take your money. Also, in crypto, there's just stable coins, whether it's USDC or USDT. These are stable ways which you can also earn APY on, but this is another asset of financial freedom that I think a lot of people just don't think about, So I challenge you to just think about it. If you have all of your money in the bank, let's say, and you make the wrong post on Facebook or Twitter or whatever platform you're on, and the bank decides you can't spend your money, or the government decides to take your money, what would you do? Right? Is that all the money you have? Is that the only place you have money? So I really encourage you to think about this. And even if you don't want to be in crypto, that's fine. I get it. Everybody has their own opinion on it. I like it, but that's me personally. So even if it's just owning some physical gold, silver, whatever it be, keeping cash on you isn't always the best. Inflation will kill out any cash you have. So that's not the greatest thing to keep hold of. So with all that being said, if you're ready to learn the basics and grow with me, then hit subscribe. Follow me on this journey. Leave a comment about what financial freedom means to you. I would really love to know that. And with that being said, I'll see you next time. Keep an eye out for the next video.